Today I'm going to be reading the Common App essay that got me into Harvard and Columbia, as well as some other schools. I've kept pushing this off, but I decided to do it this year because I'm helping some kids write their essays. For context, the essay is about my Oromo name and different parts of just my name in general. I talk about 3 different names within my full name and what they mean and how they connect to me as a person. My name is Kuleni Bukala Tamaskin Duresa Kanno Darse Kinfurobe Awayu. In my Oromo culture, names are not simply societal titles, but are the records of ancestry, the encapsulation of experiences, and the summary of character. This is my story. Darse, something old. Sweat trickles down my forehead between the intricately beaded jewelry above my eyes. As the community elders chant O Ya Mareo, I follow the procession of Oromos to the sandy banks of the lake, where spring flowers are dipped in the blue water, waves rippling across the surface. We are a mass of Africans dressed in vividly colorful clothing under the sweltering California sun, a mix of Oromo children, adults, and elders embracing our long-lived culture despite our forced diaspora. Today is Erecha, a Thanksgiving holiday celebrated by millions worldwide and observed for centuries. To be Oromo is to experience a culture marred by political and ethnic violence spanning the length of its existence. Yet, through the celebration of ancient traditions, we maintain our heritage while expressing pride for those who heroically sacrificed their lives in our fight for self-determination. As I move through life, Darse reminds me to live not just for myself, but instead allow myself to be shaped by the history surrounding me, living in such a way that the struggles of my people are not in vain. Bukala, to grow from strong roots to the height of one's potential. I stared at the model presented before me. Brown shingles, white trimmed windows, and a red brick chimney gleam in the 3D rendering displayed on the monitor. I had finally done it. This house was not just the product of months-long building and designing, but a testimony to the growth I achieved over the last 4 years in classroom HF3. Within these walls, I struggled through 2D drafting, endured subtle misogyny, and doubted whether I could pursue my childhood interests as the sole Black female in the engineering classroom. Yet I flourished, conquering difficult assignments, creating complex 3D models, and finding my way to the top of the class. Bukala is a lesson of determination and hard work despite personal doubts. It is a motivation to spend long nights researching how to improve my 3D drawing skills, the need for sufficient sleep triumphed by a desire to succeed. Bukala empowers me to excel in spaces where those like me haven't had the chance to succeed before, and as I pursue engineering, I continue to push the limits of what I can do in pursuit of my ever-growing potential. Tamaskin, give thanks. 40 years ago in Walega, Ethiopia, a man sits in the dusty confines of a mud-baked gojo hut, handing out his simple possessions to neighbors in need. 8 years ago in Sacramento, California, a young girl stands in front of a food bank, arms filled with the canned items she collected in her first food drive. Today in San Leandro, she spends her summers in a chilly storage room, stocking shelves and bagging food for her community. She walks through the asphalt streets of Oakland, chanting to end the decades-long killing of her people and raising awareness for those she holds most dear. Tamaskin is the story of a grandfather who gave even when he had nothing to offer, and a granddaughter who follows in his footsteps, leading a life rooted in helping others. When navigating the world, Tamaskin motivates me to give thanks for what I have by giving back to those around me. Gratitude and service guide my every action, and with each person I hope to always provide more to the world than I receive. When I state my names, I recognize their lexical meanings and acknowledge their deeper onomastic significance. These names are symbolic attributes shaping who I am and guiding what I do, and when I am gone, they will tell a lifelong story of who I was, expanding the ancestral storyline that existed long before me. And that's my full essay. This was definitely an experience to write. I had something completely different beforehand, and then I had decided, I think 2 weeks before Common App was due, to completely change it up and write about my name, because it was really unique to me. It's a good, hook. People aren't used to my name because it's, a lot of, words, ethnic words they don't know. And I also liked the way I went about it, kind of tying together my passions like engineering and the other passion I have, which is helping people, and my culture, which is another big thing of mine, and how I connect them all to talk about who I am as a person and how all these things I love, how I hope to use them in the future, while also talking about something very unique to me. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed reading that, or it's giving anybody any inspirations, and I can answer any questions if y'all have. Bye!